Our Region's Business is sponsored by PNC for the Achiever in You.
It's no secret that our region has one of the least diverse populations in the United States. And when it comes to perceptions about economic opportunity in our region, the differences between the white and minority populations are profound. A recent survey by Vibrant Pittsburgh and PittsburghToday.org found that 73% of white workers say race isn't a factor in getting a promotion, while only 51% of minorities agree. And that's a big issue for our region's ability to attract and retain diverse talent, because in the same survey, minorities cited lack of advancement as the primary reason they would leave the region. So what do we do about all of this? Well, it turns out it begins with each of us making a commitment to dignity and respect. Candi Castleberry-Singleton's made that commitment. She recently left a top healthcare job to found a new national initiative called the Dignity and Respect Campaign as an independent entity. Welcome back. Good to see you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so people, I know you've been doing dignity and respect within your old employer at UPMC for about 8 years now, but for folks who aren't that familiar with it, what exactly is the campaign all about?
It's about making organizations and communities better places for people to live, work, and even in schools for students to play. I think that it's really about doing that with all of our differences. One of the cool things I think about the Dignity and Respect campaign is that whenever I start a conversation, I ask people to raise their hand if they believe they deserve dignity and respect. And of course, everybody does. Huh. And then I say, raise your hand if you treat others with dignity and respect. And most hands go up, and then I look around and say, don't look around, right? Because I'm looking around and I know other people are saying, I know she or he didn't raise their hand. And we always get a little chuckle. But what I say is that the campaign sits in between I want it and I do it, because it's really important for this to be a reciprocal activity in order for it to be true.
Yeah.
So we offer training and tools. We have community initiatives, and we work with organizations, schools, and we also have a collaboration with the Best of the Batch Foundation and Charlie Batch, former NFL quarterback.
Pittsburgh Steeler quarterback,
yes, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Helps with sportsmanship. So he works with rival teams so that we can think about sort of dignity and respect and sportsmanship on and off the field.
And so you had a great corporate job in Pittsburgh and had it for a number of years. Why did you decide the time was right and that you wanted to take this out on your own and turn it into its own freestanding organization?
Well, I will tell you that we had the conversation probably more than once about the scope of work that was entailed in order for this to actually scale. And we had a very large customer once in Bentonville, Arkansas, who asked for 21 consecutive days. Now, I had a day job, so we of course outsourced that. And so as you start to think about what the opportunity is and sort of this amazing concept, right? I mean, everybody wants dignity and respect, and it sort of crosses the boundaries of race and gender and sexual orientation and disabilities, because it is the thing that sort of equalizes us. It's something we all want, but it only happens, right, if we all do it. And so when you think about the opportunity to work with a number of organizations, communities, and schools, it was always there, right? But with, I think, the kinds of things that are happening in the world today, it couldn't be a better time for us to think about how we actually allow UPMC to continue, obviously, with their journey, as well as to allow this campaign to grow some legs. So it was a great opportunity, and I also think it's also very exciting for us who are still doing the work of dignity and respect.
Sure. And what's it like going from that big corporate environment to now it's all you, it's your baby?
Well, it's definitely different. I think that you get to be the sole decision maker, but you also are the sole decision maker, right?
Where the buck stops,
exactly,
right? Yeah.
And every decision has to go through you. I think over the last 4 months, if we've been working through this, we're finally at a place where we actually have a web team and a social media team, and we actually have a team that manages our app. We have a team that manages creative design, and so the whole process, the training, how you order the training, how you participate in the training via workshops through consultants, or whether you do it online through another tool that we offer, or whether you want to participate in local community initiatives and how we scale those. I think we've had the time to actually build the infrastructure to actually now make this scalable.
So now you're ready to go. So if there's an organization out there, an employer, I guess a school, I guess any kind of an organization, for-profit or not-for-profit, how do they get a hold of you if they want to begin this journey themselves?
DignityandRespect.org. It's an easy address to remember. It's dignityandand.org. DignityandRespect.org. I think that the ampersand you will actually see on the site, and you'll see this sort of emphasized on the site, because one of the new initiatives that we're working on is the power of collaboration. So the power of the power of Allegheny Conference and Vibrant Pittsburgh and the Dignity and Respect campaign working together to improve diversity in our region, to make it a more welcoming region. So there's power in the ampersand, and we believe that in addition to dignity and respect, that sort of ampersand that sits between us is probably one of our greatest enabling factors.
That's a really good point, and great potential, and really important for our region and our whole community success in the future. Candi Castleberry-Singleton, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll be back in a minute with a little dollars and cents. Stay with us.